There's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Broncos going up against the Bengals. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. In the backfield out of this starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
It's second down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. So we have now seen connection number one between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly. This is going to be my number one target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall. No, not the wide receiver. A quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Dalton gives to Bernard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And I don't want to say that this offense starts and ends with Demaryius Thomas, but sometimes it starts and ends with Demaryius Thomas.
There's no reason you can't say it if it's the truth. He is the alpha and the omega of the receiving corps.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The veteran Carlos Dansby in on the stop. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Carlos Dansby is a versatile linebacker, comfortable at either outside or inside, and always a respected team leader.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. It's caught. Jones. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for someone to throw to. Forced out. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On first down, it's Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now it's Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Here we go. Green 39. Green. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now Paxton Lynch on third and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11. Dalton hovering near the goal line. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Dalton throwing on second down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. Good play there to step in and knock that one away by Chris Harris.
Who said that he couldn't play in the NFL?
Not me.
Not you. A lot of scouts did. A lot of people undrafted, and has turned himself into a Pro Bowl cornerback, one that really knows how to play the position.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
C.J. Anderson may not be a Pro Bowl runner, but he knows how to run big in big games.
Yeah, he sort of sealed the Super Bowl for them in the fourth quarter. Big game against the Patriots last year on a Monday night, but only 720 yards all told in 2015. Lynch to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Bengals getting set to go. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And Dalton to throw, surveying the field. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The man they call pot roast, Terrence Knighton, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. To throw here, Dalton. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sanders. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's awfully tough on a defense when he's able to move outside the pocket and still keep his eyes downfield looking for open targets. You don't know whether to attack him or lay back and try and defend the pass.
He's got time. His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They come up in an offset eye. They'll begin here with Bernard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down after a good game. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
It's a pickup of 21. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So Dalton now on the right side, caught by Green. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They come up in an offset eye. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Lynch. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
From the gun, it's Lynch. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it's a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down, Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And now on 4th down, Dalton will give way to his field goal team and Mike Nugent. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now Lynch. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Lynch to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Flushed out right. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, Lynch. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Virgil Green as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Out of the gun, Lynch. And that's incomplete. The veteran James Jones, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah,
perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals take possession. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Second down, Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Dalton, first and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And Dalton to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it first and 10. Here's Bernard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
It's second down. Dalton looking, and he fires one incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete here on third down. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Now fourth down. So now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go.
Now Lynch on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Paxton Lynch on third and long. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton throwing on second down. On the right side, caught by Green. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 6 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Aqib Talib is one of the most gifted defenders on the corner in the NFL, in my opinion. We just saw him knock away another attempted pass.
That gift, that's what made him a first-round pick back in 2008.
Has really good ball skills, anticipates very, very well.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
2nd down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks. Say, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On 3rd down, Lynch. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They find some open field here. And he'll cut it out. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, an 80-yard touchdown. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Here's Dalton to throw for it. That's caught at the 2. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In the backfield is Anderson. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Here's Lynch. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Once again, it's Lynch. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On second down, Lynch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Lynch with it on third and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And Dalton to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Set, wide 20, wide 20.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw is Lynch. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And that is incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And this one's incomplete. Marlon Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. 3rd down. A shot here for Dalton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. From From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And that'll be incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. From midfield here, Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They send Green to the left on his own.
380.
Second down, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, Dalton wants to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a run with Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
On 3rd down, Lynch. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.